Okay, so 10 facts about the Philippines that you didn't know. If you're coming here for the first time, you're probably not going to know these. If you haven't been here in a long time, you're not going to know these more than likely. This is for people that obviously haven't spent a ton of time in the Philippines or haven't been here for more than a couple of days or never at all. Number one, the aisles at the grocery stores and 7-Eleven are very narrow, like can't walk by another person narrow, even in BGC generally, or in BGC you can barely walk by a person. If you're in a 7-Eleven, you'll struggle to walk by like a worker or another human being in the aisle. It's just a strange thing that they don't build these things with wider aisles. Not a big deal at all, but not something you'll be accustomed to. Your Filipina is always cold and you're always hot. If you live with a Filipina or spend extended time with a Filipina, or you're in a one-room place like a studio or a hotel room or something, you'll be blaring the aircon nonstop because it's super humid and hot, and you'll get sweaty. But your Filipina can actually get sick from aircon, and even if she's a city girl or a girl with money or a girl with access to aircon, will always be freezing and wearing your jacket or bundled up in a blanket in order to handle that. So having a place with a closing door or having, not a studio or a hotel room can be advantageous living with a Filipino full-time. That's something that just doesn't seem to change, and that's what I've experienced with every Filipina that I've spent the night with or dated or whatever. Number three, there's really no cold cuts here. There's like turkey ham and like salami, but there's not really like a good, cold cut selection if you want some, peppered turkey or salsa turkey or real turkey. Maybe a specialty store at like double price or something, but generally even at the fancy grocery stores, even at the S&Rs, even at the Landers, the paid grocery stores, the Costco types, the Marketplace, which is kind of a high-end grocery store, the good grocery stores even just simply don't have that stuff, unfortunately. Perhaps specialty stores, like I said, but you'll pay a premium for that, and that's just something you probably wouldn't know. So if you're a big cold cuts guy, that might upset you. The milk kind of sucks. You can get fresh milk at like Landers or Marketplace or certain places, but generally it's like sterilized milk that sits out, that doesn't really taste like milk. Even at Starbucks, you'll see them using that. It's a bit odd, but if you're a milk aficionado, you might not like it. It is extremely humid out. When I say extremely humid, come for a discovery trip. It's not that hot. It'll be like 80 degrees every day or whatever, but it'll be humid even in the middle of the night. Your jeans and your hoodies and stuff, not going to be necessary. Everybody says boots on the ground. Nobody wears boots in the Philippines ever under any circumstance, unless you're like a Filipino worker or you just got to wear your steel-toed Doc Martens. It slides on the ground generally, or just regular shoes, low socks. It's hot, your feet will sweat. Everybody wears slides generally, unless they're in like a business environment. There is no central AC generally in the Philippines. Now the Trump Towers has AC, central AC, but that's the one that I've found. Even in BGC, in buildings that are 150,000 a month, you'll have a wall unit, not like a Motel 6 unit, wall unit box type, but a like split type. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can Google it. That's generally the air conditioning system, unless you have a big mansion somewhere, or you live at the Trump Towers in Makati, or you go to a premium building, which will probably cost you America price. There's wall type units, usually multiple of them. It's not the end of the world, but it's just something that you will notice. There is no dishwashers generally, unless you go to the Trump Towers or you have a fancy house. Even in a high-end complex, again, paying 160,000 pesos, $3,000 a month, you don't have a dishwasher unless you buy one or you special request one or you buy a condo and put one in or something. No dishwashers. No garbage disposals. There is not generally garbage disposals in the Philippines. I think we're going way over 10, but let's keep going. You won't have garbage disposal. Again, Trump Towers. You want garbage disposal, go to the Trump Towers. Even the fancy buildings in the premium BGC in Rockwell, I have not seen a lot of double sinks with garbage disposals. I'm sure there's an outlier that somebody will tell me, oh, I have a garbage disposal, that's great. I've lived in many buildings, toured many buildings, Airbnb'd many buildings. You don't see a lot of garbage disposals, okay? Super rare to find a hot tub. Philippines is very hot. A lot of places have cold tubs, even cheaper apartments, but a hot tub with a hot function, a jacuzzi, Very, very, very rare. They do exist. Makati Grand Garden Hotel has one by the Firefly Restaurant on the top floor. That's an amazing find. There's another one across the street, the other Makati Garden or whatever the hell it is. They have a hot tub. Sometimes you can rent a hotel suite with a hot tub. I know a spot in Boracay that has a hot tub, but generally you will not be having a hot tub unless it's in your room at a premium resort for like, $25,000 a night, or on your patio or balcony at a premium resort. Generally, even the high-end complexes in BGC, hot tub is nowhere to be found. Now, Trump Towers had that, but unfortunately the hot function is broken and has been for 6 months to a year, so it's a cold tub, unfortunately, on the 22nd floor there by that amazing lap pool. So hot tubs are a rare find. Bathtubs, even in these fancy places, you're not gonna find a lot of bathtubs. Older buildings in Makati, if you get a 3-bedroom, maybe in BGC or some of these buildings, it's odd, you'll rent a super expensive place or a premium place. There is no bathtub. It's mainly standing showers, multiple of them, whatever. Not the end of the world, but if you're the kind of person that wants to get home from a hard day at work, or soak in a tub at the end of the day, or take an Epsom salt bath, or whatever the hell you want to do, probably not going to happen. You can find them, especially in older buildings or certain buildings, if you're willing to rent a 3-bedroom or something. A lot of places will have hot tubs, bathtubs, but most don't. Again, Trump Towers, I almost rented a condo that had a bathtub with a view, but I passed on that, so there you go. There's the secret place where you can get all these things. Not the greatest neighborhood in the world, in my opinion, but Century City, Poblacion, Makati, Trump Towers, they got that as well. And certain buildings do have it. Just look around. Don't assume. It's not like America where bathtubs are standard, okay? And they don't have the big, like, jacuzzi style tub with no jet like I had at every Vegas apartment I ever had, generally. Everyone under 50 speaks English, and they think their English is worse than it is. So if you're in the province and you're over 50, you might not speak a lick of English, but generally everyone in the Philippines speaks English. It's part of the reason why this place is popular, even though it's a bit more expensive than the Thailands and the Vietnams and stuff. But, it's overlooked, and people say nosebleed or like be shy to speak English with you, but their English is actually pretty damn good, and they can communicate quite well. So that's a nice thing that would differ from a Thailand or a Vietnam or a place where they literally don't speak English unless they're in the service industry, or they're in Pattaya or Phuket or Bangkok or something in the province and stuff in Thailand. People generally don't speak English. The signage is not usually in English, etc., etc. Char is considered a gay slang. You may hear your girlfriend or someone going char, charot, or something like that. If you say that as a man, that's basically a gay slang. Just so you know, it's not really a masculine thing to say char as like just joking, haha, char. That's for your girlfriend to say, or a gay man, okay? Nothing against gay people, just gonna point that out for you. The province sounds good in theory, but it gets old. Unless you build a Western style home like some YouTubers have and stuff, the province is like glorified camping generally. So it's beautiful, the clean air, it's nice for a month, a week, a night, but it's gonna get old if you're a spoiled American or Western guy with a bunch of money. You gotta build that Western style beautiful home and kind of bring it up to standard, and you'll be great. Otherwise, probably live in the city as a home base and keep a beach spot in the province or whatever. Is coming from a guy that lived in Boracay, which is a province. Brownouts, no food delivery, no vehicles, no Grab, no nothing. The province gets old after a while. It's tough. It seems so amazing, and you'll fall in love with a place like a Boracay, the first month or week, and go, oh, I'm moving here. And then you'll realize this is tiny. There's brownouts. There's a low population of women to date. The grocery stores suck, etc., etc. If you're country, you can live in the province. If you're a city guy, you should live in the city. Many guys are province guys. They love the province. I get it. I do love it too. If you lived in, the middle of nowhere in the sticks, you'll probably be more adaptable to the province. If you lived somewhere like a Las Vegas or a Los Angeles or a New York or Chicago or Miami, you're probably going to err towards an IT park or a BGC or a Makati or a Manila or whatever, Iloilo, Angelescity, etc. The women are sweet, but when a woman gets tremendous financial success or social media fame, they tend to be a little bit more like an American woman. a little bit more picky, a little bit less sweet. You know, this could go either way. I'm sure you'll disagree with me in the comments, but you know, when a woman is not financially stable and you're a financial powerhouse, and you're saving her and her family, or certainly just saving her, she'll tend to have a sweetness level on 10. When a woman has, you know, 500,000 followers or a big YouTube channel or makes $3,000 a month and you get 2,000 or something, they might be a little less doing backflips to be the sweetie that they were. That's just the natural evolution of life. You know, when a woman has more money than you or is getting 100 emails a day with marriage proposals, she may be a little less of a sweetie than a girl that you are changing her life. So these are just a few things. I think we went way over. Let me add a couple bonus ones. There are very few benches around. They don't want people loitering, so you'll stand out front of a business or something and there won't be a lot of benches. You'll see a few in BGC, those cool ones with the hands and different ones, but generally you don't see a ton of benches for people to sit around and hang out and have a party in front of the mall or in front of the store or whatever. They like to keep the benches scarce so people go home and don't stick around. And trash cans. You will walk sometimes a mile or two without seeing a trash can. They probably just want to keep it clean or whatever, but yeah, you'd be walking with your drink trying to throw it away in a Boracay or a Manila even, and the trash cans will be few and far between compared to a Western country, certainly. And last one, America priced gyms are more expensive. Now there is exceptions, or if you pay a year up front or whatever, but a lot of times the gyms aren't quite as fancy as the Las Vegas Athletic Club you can get for 20 bucks or 13 bucks a month if you pay 2 years up front or whatever. And some gyms will be $55 a month and way under equipped, like as good as the one in your condo. It's just the way it is. You can find those little gem outliers and stuff. I can maybe turn you on to some if you book a consultation, or if we talk. I'm not going to give away all the greatest information in the world, but yeah, most of the gyms are like $55 a month for a maybe less than up to par gym. And that's all I got. That was probably like 20 or 30, but I do consultations, jasperinthephilippines@gmail.com. You can email me regarding that. I go live at least weekdays, if not every single day, around 9ish, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. And you can ask me questions in there, or, you know, hang out with a group of high value men and beautiful Filipinas. And like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Thank you so much for 54,000 subscribers. We got 1,000 subscribers in 5 or 6 days. Channel's really taken off again now that I decided to drop videos again after a 3-month hiatus from videos. So look out for my videos, my shorts, and my live streams. Thank you so much for a tremendous 2024. I was more successful in 2024 on YouTube than I was in 2023 when I was the new guy. Got the 2 million video, the couple 100,000 videos, and really was the new kid on the block. I am blessed to have a bit of longevity here in this YouTube game, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you on the next one. Sana all.